Yep. All right.
Drinking Coca-Cola.
Another huge division game on Sunday. First place in the NFC North on the line. The Bears visit the Packers. Per ESPN Analytics, the Bears have a 59% chance to win the North. If they win, the Packers at 70%. Both of them fall to less than a 1-4 shot at the division title with a loss. Okay, let's flash back, shall we, to Ben Johnson's introductory presser last January, putting some gas on this division rivalry.
Dan Campbell, Kevin O'Connell, you're talking about two guys that are up for Coach of the Year awards as the season ends here. And to be quite frank with you, I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year.
Matt LaFleur is 11-1 against the Bears. So, by the way, Courtney Cronin, Bears reporter, is with us. It's so great to have you with us, CC. It's crazy to have these.
Intimidating when she comes out with her computer like this.
I don't know. She's serious. You know how much information she brings to the table.
We try.
These two guys are 1-2 in the division. I don't even know if you can remember when the last time has that happened. How different does this rivalry look now?
It definitely carries a different feel because this is only the 7th time ever. This rivalry's been played 210 times, with 208 of them happening in the regular season. 7th time ever where both teams have been at least 5 games above 500 that they've played each other. Wow. So it shows you the stakes of what you walk into if you're the Chicago Bears, holding the NFC North #1 spot for right now, holding the 1 seed in the NFC. If you want to stay in both of those spots, you've got to win here. But of all the teams that are in the NFC playoff picture, they enter Week 14 with the lowest percentage chance to make the playoffs. It's at 77%, shows you've got to continue to go 1-0 each week. I know it sounds cliche. It's the mindset that they've taken as they've gotten to 9-3 so far, and that's what Ben Johnson, even with that,
Love that.
I don't even know what to call it because I remember sitting inside Hallis Hall when that happened. Trash talk. But it's
great, though.
Just like he leans in and he's looking around almost for like validation of you guys ready to hear what I'm about to drop on you about Matt LaFleur. And the players I've talked to this week are kind of using that as a rallying cry. Like, we have to prove our coach right, go into Lambeau Field and take care of business.
Well, he also picked the smallest coach, too. Like, that's not
the least physically imposing.
Yeah, let's not like Detroit. Yeah, like, he wasn't like, I'm ready to go back and bust Dan head. Like, he knew better.
All right, so this has become the best run game in football.
Yep.
And so you're going on the road against a defense that wants to rush the passer. If you watched this team run the football last week versus a good defense, a very good front, the thing that stood out to me, and I wanted to get RC's perspective of it, is when you're running this type of scheme, you got to have a couple things that matter. This is Chicago last week versus Philly. Number 1, you got to have outstanding eye discipline. 2, you got to hold the point front side. Yeah. But it can't stop at 2. Like, I'm always of the belief that to shut down run games like this, it takes all 11. I grew up in the when you want to have a good run game, it takes all 11 on the offense. If you want to shut it down, it takes all 11 on the defense. And the thing that stood out to me was the backside of the run was so consistently the void. The backside was so consistently bad discipline, running out of gaps, nobody filling the hole. And I think that's going to be a huge part for Green Bay. We can live in the world where, yeah, you got to set the edge front side. No duh. Everybody knows that. But it's going to be equally as important as you better get people in the backside of those run gaps to run downhill and to be unbelievably sound with what they're doing. Green Bay. I know what the challenge is. Like, what are the steps necessary?
I mean, you and I have talked about this before, Dan, and I said Coach LeBeau would always talk to us about how to stop the run game or how to be great defensively, and he said you wanted to have big guys that run and little guys that hit.
Okay.
Right, and when you do that, that's how you stop the run. Evan Williams,
33, man,
is
like
one of the best.
That's my guy.
He's just one of the best gap shooters I've ever seen at the position. And I know Chris Collinsworth loves to talk about any safety that plays in the box as being like Troy Polamalu, but his anticipation, his instincts when he's playing in the box and when he's the 8th man in the box that's unblocked is absolutely phenomenal. He's going to be huge in this game. And it's also going to be big to see how they adjust without Devontae Wyatt, who in only his 2nd year was becoming one of those players that continued to pop. The thing I love about Monungai and Swift is you can call the same play, but they're played differently. They feel differently to the defense in the way that they run and utilize their blocking schemes. And so it's going to be big for the Green Bay Packers to win early and win physically and penetrate the line of scrimmage.
Running a defense this time of year, right? The Packers are 3-0 in the division, Mina. How would you like to see them attack that Bears defense that leads the NFL in takeaways and interceptions?
Exactly the same way they've been attacking teams ever since Christian Watson came back and delivered us from boring Packers football, which is airing it out. And Christian Watson, by the way, highest average depth of target of any receiver in the NFL. The Chicago Bears, meanwhile, are allowing the highest completion percentage of any defense on 15-yard plus passes. And Bears fans will hear that and say, yes, but we're getting guys back. Jalen Johnson is back. Kyler Gordon is coming back. And that's all true and obviously impactful. However, what they still can't do is pressure the quarterback. Chicago Bears are 29th in pass rush win, 30th in pressure rate. And you guys know which quarterback has the highest QBR in football when he's kept clean this year?
Jordan Love.
It's Jordan Love. So I love that continued aggression here because I think it'll pay off against this defense.
You can tell Mina just got that hair curl.
I feel like we don't talk about how well he's playing enough.
Yeah, you can tell Mina just got that hair curl. She said, Jordan Love.
Well, and the point that Mina brings up about the pressure percentage, who's the worst team right now on third down pressure percentage? The Bears.
Wow.
The best quarterback on third down right now is Jordan Love. But what did we see Dennis Allen adjust to last week? Remember, the linebackers have been out. The starting linebackers have been out for 2 games now. They ran dime 23 times, 10 of which happened on third down. The Eagles only converted 3 of those times. So when you allow him to get creative in who he's able to utilize, Jalen Johnson coming back, Kyler Gordon, that allowed for them to mitigate some of those issues. However, TJ Edwards is coming back. He will play this week. He carries no injury designation, Noah Sewell. So the injuries on defense, not as bad as they were a couple of weeks ago. One thing I did want to mention, though, and it was the bigger news of the day, Rome Odunze will not play. So he's got the foot injury. It's been a nagging problem all season. He will not play, but your guy, Kyle Monungai, no injury designation. He will play.
Well, I'll tell you what, last week they was playing a team that ran the annexation of Puerto Rico on offense. They not going to play that. They not going to play that this week.
They ain't running that team.
Like damn little giants out there.
Can we look at our picks here? I'm an H on the end of my name, and I'm picking the Bears. And so are you, RC?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, why are we right?
Big win.
You know what? I actually don't even know if we're right, but I believe this game is going to be extremely close. And I go back to what I was able to see Rico Dowdle do against the Green Bay Packers weeks ago. And also, I'll just get this feeling of Caleb Williams and Ben Johnston's team finding the right play, the right solution, the right answer at the right time.
Yeah, I love what they did with their offensive line this year, too. I mean,
the Detroit Lions were absolutely balling on offense last night. I mean, and Dan Campbell was about that action. But it's a lot easier to be good at your job when you have guys like Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown who are absolute game breakers.
All right, 3 plays that went a long way to determining Detroit winning. One of them is going to be the Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So I'm going to draw a line, right, and just split the field from that side of the football to that side of the football. I line up with 6 offensive linemen. They did it 22 times last night. And as the motion goes over, for me as an offense, I sit here and I go, okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders from this side of the football all the way over there.
But what they should be getting, though, Dan, on the motion, he should be yelling bump, bump, bump. And so that will make Kenneth Murray, DeMarvin Overshown